The next module on the Transpersonal Therapist training is on Spiritual Emergency, and it's on June the 5th, Sunday, here at Dundairy Park. Spiritual emergence is the process of us awakening spiritually as we go deeper into our own personal growth. It becomes a crisis, and then otherwise known as an emergency, when people feel overwhelmed by what comes up from the psyche or from their unconscious, and their personal growth and transformation takes them into uncharted territory where they don't understand what's really going on. On the Transpersonal Therapist training module on Spiritual Emergence, we'll be learning about the varieties of spiritual emergencies, different types, how they evolve, how the symptoms and signs present themselves. We'll also be learning from the historical aspects of it. We'll be covering different aspects of transpersonal psychology, shamanism, and other growth processes. And we'll be looking at particularly how these symptoms can be misdiagnosed and how to treat them in a psychological and spiritual and transpersonal way. The whole idea of spiritual emergency goes back hundreds, if not thousands of years. But in recent times, we had people like Carl Gustav Jung, Abraham Maslow, Stanislav Grof, and others who started the transpersonal psychology movement, which identified that many of the symptoms of what we traditionally thought was mental illness really was an attempt at the individual psyche to evolve and grow into more consciousness and awareness. And this is what we found here at Dundairy Park, that we've worked with individuals who've been misdiagnosed in often, in many cases. And in fact, in my 35 years working in adult mental health with the HSE, I noticed the same. There is a distinct difference between somebody who is mentally ill and somebody who's having a spiritual emergency. And unfortunately, that distinction is not made in many cases, and people are being treated in the wrong way, medicated and put in hospital, whereas in actual fact it's a natural process of the psyche looking to evolve to a more higher frequency or higher consciousness, and we're all on that path. Jung called it the individuation path, you can call it personal growth, transformation or whatever, but on the Transpersonal Therapist training module we'll be looking at the different presentations and the distinctions between the two, spiritual emergency and mental illness, and in actual fact how to distinguish the two and how to treat somebody who is having a spiritual emergency or an emergence as opposed to somebody who has got a mental health issue.